boys!
Sports Court is in session.
Sports Court, sponsored by Fair State University. Welcome back to another edition of Sports Court. We're once again talking college basketball, only this time, some positive news. Who will go farther in the NCAA tournament, Michigan or Michigan State? While I can already guess that my contemporary here will call me some sort of Spartan homer, gonna have to go with Michigan State on this one, and I know a lot of people are wondering why. Yes, they went 3-7 down the stretch, didn't look great at parts, but they figured something out in the last 3 games of the regular season. Mainly, you're a better team when you start A.J. Hoggard, you gotta play Malik Hall's starter minutes, and you gotta play Julius Marble more. Now that Tom Izzo has figured that out, I think Michigan State's a better team now than they were 2 weeks ago.
By the way, I should point out we're both being very optimistic as to these teams. We think they're both going to get in, and I think Michigan is going to go farther. I'll tell you why. Juwan Howard is back. I think he's going to be extra motivated. I think this Michigan team really came together over the last 5 games. Sure, they're erratic, but you know what? In the NCAA tournament, it's all about getting hot, and I think Michigan could make a deep run.
You know, Mike, it's also about matchups. It's about consistency, finding what works. I mean, you can't deny Michigan has had 0 consistency in the last, say, month and a half, right? You think that's got to hurt them a bit?
I definitely do, but you talk about matchups, and the one guy that I'm looking at, Hunter Dickinson, when this guy is on, when this guy is trash-talking nonstop, who is going to stop him? Michigan State, we've seen all this season, no go-to guy. How much is that going to be a problem in the NCAA tournament when you need to take that one shot?
I think that's going to be a big problem, except for the fact that they've got a coach who can put the ball in the hands of whoever's got the hot hand. Once you get into the NCAA tournament, teams aren't scouting you like they did in the Big Ten. Everybody in the Big Ten knows your plays, they know your sets, they know exactly what you want to do. You don't have that much time to prepare for the Spartans. I think Tom Izzo will use that short turnaround to his advantage and get people open looks. And that is exactly why I think Michigan State has the edge. Between Michigan and Michigan State, I think the Spartans will turn to their Hall of Fame coach who's been there, done that. Juwan Howard made his first ever NCAA tournament just last year. This is gonna be a different animal for this Michigan basketball team. I'm gonna go with experience and trust that the Hall of Fame coach takes the Spartans a little bit further.
I'll give you, Michigan State has the experience, but I think Michigan has the hunger. This is a team that's been through a lot over the last month. They got a team that is kind of been playing with its back to the wall, and I think they've gotten used to it. This team is just starting to hit its peak, and they're gonna make a deep run in the NCAA tournament, should they make it, which I think they will. So what's your verdict? What did we get wrong?
Let us know on the Third Seat on Your Side Facebook page or text COURT to 616-559-1310. And next week, we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week, we asked if the MLB lockout changed how you feel about baseball. And it looks like not a lot of opinions changed. The bad thing for baseball, not a lot of them were good to begin with.
Like Joshua's when he said baseball was dying before anyway. Or Michael's, still the slowest, most boring of games.
And a frequent Sports Court commentator, G, focused on the players. Baseball needs a salary cap badly. Keeping good young players in the minors to pay them less needs to go.
And sadly, we need to go right now too. But we'll be back next week. Until then, Sports Court is adjourned.